MLK's effects span far greater than the areas he touched in person. Erie, Pennsylvania has had a long history of fighting for the ideals that Dr. King stood for. In acknowledging the history of the world around us, we can learn from our successes and our failures. In 1780, the Pennsylvania state legislature passed an act for the gradual abolition of slavery. This was the first of its kind of any democratic state in the world. In the 1790s, the first slaves were brought to Erie. The first black landowners came in 1795. In 1813, the African American population of Erie more than doubled, with sailors moving from the Atlantic. Some of these sailors helped Oliver Hazard Perry in the Battle of Lake Erie. In the late 1820s, the first signs of the Underground Railroad had reached northwest Pennsylvania. Census data at the time shows 1 slave and over 70 free African Americans. In 1836, Anti-Slavery Society was formed for the first time in Erie, Pennsylvania. From 1856 to 1861, the anti-slavery newspaper The True American was published on 5th and French Street. In 1858, a community member called Catlin encouraged Frederick Douglass to lecture at Park Hall on the unity of the human race. They were nearly run out of town. 1861 to 1865, white and black soldiers from Erie fought for the North in the Civil War. They fought for unification, but more importantly, the end of slavery. In 1906, the first black woman-owned business, Lawrence Cleaning and Dyeing, was opened by Emma Gertrude Lawrence. In 1918, the first chapter of the NAACP of Erie was founded. In 1946, the first full-time African-American teacher in Erie Public Schools was hired, Ada Lawrence, who spent the next 4 decades teaching Erie's youth. In 1963, 1,000 Erie residents, white and black, rallied at Perry Square to critique the local government's failure to address job discrimination. In 1977, Larry D. Meredith became the first African American to win a seat on Erie City Council. No other African American would serve for 18 more years. Eva Tucker is elected to the Erie School Board in 1981. Tucker would later be elected 4 times as president of the school board, while the first black president of the Erie School Board honor would go to Harold Shields. Erie is a strong and resilient city built on the backbone of hardworking Americans, regardless of background. Modern Erie is far from perfect, but has never faltered from striving for new heights. Erie has become the 11th welcoming city, demonstrating a commitment to the community regardless of race or national origin. Erie is also an LGBTQIA sanctuary city. As Erie marches into the future, the welcoming and inclusive views of Dr. King propel us to continue our efforts. At Tech to Elevate, we want to help you reach your full potential. Our team is excited to help, whether it be digital skills training or technology help. You can find us at techtoelevate.org.